Hello, this is Dana Arcuri. I am an author and a speaker and a wellness coach, and I am actually having a Hallmark moment. So today is exactly 4 years that I have been basically medication free. 4 years ago today, I was discharged from the hospital. Ironically, it was a rock bottom moment, a moment that brought me to probably the darkest, lowest point in my life. Had it not been for this rock bottom moment, I would not be the woman of faith who I am today. And so I look back on these 4 years, I look at where I was then, and I look to see how I reached the place where I am today, and I could only be grateful for God, because without my faith, I don't believe that I would have overcome and risen above adversity the way I was able to successfully do with God as the anchor of my hope. And so I look back, and it's one of those bittersweet moments of rejoicing in the victory, rejoicing in the fact that despite our lack of being able to overcome hardships, despite our flesh and our failings, and sometimes, the simple fact that we don't know the answers. And there are times we may have tried everything we could humanly possibly do on earth and still not know how to move forward. And that's where I was 4 years ago, in a really dark place. But thank God I had a father, and a heavenly father, who helped me, who guided me, who was there for me even when I felt completely isolated and alone. There is a wonderful quote that I believe that it resonates within my spirit, and I think it may touch you today too. And so the quote is by Tony Evans. "Sometimes God lets you hit rock bottom so that you will discover He is the rock at the bottom." And that is so true, unless we go through tough times, unless we go through the valley of the shadow of death, we may not know that there is a way to overcome. We may not know that we have a God who's so powerful. He can guide us and direct us and equip us through the most horrendous ordeals. And I am just looking back today, and I'm thankful that I was able to cling to hope in a moment that was so hopeless. And I'm praying today that if you yourself are struggling at this moment, if you have a current situation that's beyond your control, that you will consider, number one, seeking your Heavenly Father, who can turn an impossible situation into possible. And if you need something tangible to equip you, I have a memoir that shares my story. Excuse me, let me get it. I have a memoir. It's called Harvest of Hope, Living Victoriously Through Adversity, and it shares my own story of my rock bottom moment. And I also have an inspiring, encouraging 50-day devotional of hope, which also has the same title, Harvest of Hope, Living Victoriously Through Adversity. And it is to give you inspiration. It is to help you see that you have a higher purpose in life. Your purpose in life is not to suffer. It is not to be going through depression, anxiety, or financial crises, or relationship problems, or watching relationships just tear to pieces and shatter before your very eyes. That is not God's plan for you. God has such a bigger plan for you. And He has a purpose even when we are in the midst of trials, that He could take these messes, these messy places in our lives that are real, because we're real people. We're not perfect. But God can take these messes and He can give us a powerful message of hope. And so I'm here today to encourage you to hold on to that hope, to not let go of it, to trust that no matter how bad it gets, no matter what you're facing, you will get through it. God will help you overcome. And if you'd like to connect with me, you could go to my website, www.danaarcuri.com. And thank you and have a blessed day.